Hi folks, and welcome back to Math with Captain Rod. Making this video to be the next video in your section 2.3 sequence here. So we're going to take a look at this example that says there's a graph, kind of looks like this, my quick sketch of it. It says write an equation for a right horizontal shift 2 units. Draw it on the picture at the right. Alright, so when you have a graph, let's say f of x, or some sort of function, and then you have another function, h of x, that's equal to, say, f of x plus h. This graph, right, is going to be, the graph of h is going to be a graph of f shifted left by an amount h if h is positive, right by an amount h if h is negative. So we want to write an equation for a right horizontal shift 2 units. So this function is described by some sort of f of x. So our new function, I'm going to call that h of x, if we want it shifted right 2 units, is equal to f of x minus 2. And then it says to sketch it. Well, this thing, I'm going to do that in green here. If the graph is shifted right 2 units, this point would go to the origin. This point would go over here. That would be the point to 2, 2. That's probably good enough. I'm going to go ahead and use this, my straight edge feature here, to shift it. And then every other point is shifted to the right 2, to the right 2 units. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and use this picture here for the other 2 examples. I see that you have separate pictures, so the green one is the one that will go in your top one. All right, number 2, it says write an equation for a vertical shift down 4 units. All right, I'm going to give that function a name here. I don't know, L of x, I guess. You can call it anything you want. Is equal to the first one. Now, shifting down 4 units, this would be just minus 4. If I were to graph it, I'll go ahead and do this one in blue. Right? The original point goes down 4 units, so that would be about here. That point would be -2, -4. This one would go down 4 units. That would be here. That would be the point 0, -2, because we're taking 2 and dropping it by 4 units. That's probably enough to sketch it. All the other points also shift with it. So the blue graph is the one you want here on your on that middle picture. Next one, write an equation for a horizontal shift right 4 units and a vertical shift down 2 units. Draw it on the right. All right, so I got another function here. Call it m of x, I guess. Doesn't matter what we call it. Now this one has 2 different shifts. Let's take them one at a time. Okay, shifting to the right 4 units. So that would equal f of x minus 4. All right, the minus 4 would mean shifted right 4 units. All right, it says, and vertical translation down 2 units, so minus 2. So our new function, here's what it would look like. Our new graph, let's use red. All right, so this point gets shifted right 4. Let's see here. Down 2, so I guess that would be here, give or take. I'm going to get this stuff out of the way. All right, so let's say I did this one, right 4, down 2. And the other point I want to do is this one, right 4, down 2. So that one right there would be at the point 4, 0. 4, 0. Now let's go ahead and sketch it. Now I'll put that point right there is where that point should have been. Remember, doing this, I don't have an axis here on this paper. Let's see here, roughly. I want it parallel to that. That's good enough. All right. Something like that. All right, so This red graph looks something like that. I don't see any reason to believe it actually goes to the origin or anything like that. I did this kind of, actually, let me think about that for a moment here. Actually, I'm going to pause this while I think about that. Okay, I'm back here. I've thought about that a little bit. I'm going to go back and modify this graph just slightly. This does, in fact, go through the origin. I'll kind of explain why. Remember that I'm doing these without, I don't have a scale on this page. These are just sketches. But when you look at the original graph, and you see that it goes through, like this is -2, and then this one's plus 2. So this thing has slope 1, and this has slope -1. And that means that, like, if I go left 1, I'm going up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1. So this spot right here was this guy, 4 over, 2 down. That is the point now, 2, -2. And then if we go left 2, up 2, that would in fact go through the origin. All right, so there's the 4 graphs. Now I've got them all kind of on top of one another. You have separate places to draw them on your notes, but hopefully that worked out for you. Have a great day.